she got pregnant.
I got her preggers. Next, we will be watching The Disappearance of Filian by Royalty is Here. Make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment the doodly-doo.
VTubers.
Huh?
You can't keep getting away with it!
What? We're doing a draw? Huh?
He can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
I just want you all to know this is only my second VTuber video of this year. And around the time this video is uploaded, we are like 134 days into the current year. And I think that deserves at least some praise. I most definitely could have done more. I have a lot of things to talk about when it comes to this form of media. Because there are so many—
Oh god, yeah, no, god, yeah, no. There was one of those VTubers there, yeah, the one who, seems to be marching in a third— blah, 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 filler, right way, you know? That one, God. Yeah, that one, Yes, the angry mustache model girl. Yep. Yes, there was an angry mustache woman. Yep, I remember that one, God.
Of them, and almost anyone can become one, even the most chromosome deficient.
Here's my impression of a Minecraft villager.
Hey! Hey, don't say bad things about Chibi Doki. We love her, even if she is very autistic. We love her. We do. Okay? Don't disrespect the Chibi Doki. We punt her. We punt her in respect into the sun.
Out through the extensive research I've done on this channel, being a VTuber isn't as easy as it looks. For one, you have to deal with the stereotype that many people just assume you're an obese, sweaty man with a voice changer, and you're using what is essentially a cute anime girl to hide that fact. You also have to deal with the VTuber community.
I was gonna make the joke, like, I'm just like, I don't know, that just feels messed up. It's very stressful. I especially, like, I know with, like, the trans community being, like, it's so intertwined with VTubing, it ends up just feeling like it's not just, like, messed up in, like, the ways that you would expect. It's also, like, transphobic and kind of gross, and, like, because it's also, like, oh, yeah, like, well, if they're doing this to explore their gender and present themselves how they want to be, then good for them. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I don't give a crap what people think I look like. Anyways, I mean, you've seen what I look like, but
itself, which can slowly erode your mental over the years more than any competitive league game ever could, and it eventually just leaves you as a husk of your former self.
Hey! Every morning, pick the ones here to look in the mirror. And to stand as tall as you can. Not on your tippy toes, but, like, stand straight, okay? And say,
Stranding Gray. Gay.
I'm a good person.
I am a gay person.
I can do better today than I did yesterday.
I can do women better than yesterday.
Buddy, where's your fucking art degree? Oh, you have one? Okay, Hitler.
And let's not forget, you also get exposed to and have to deal with the gooner side of the VTuber community.
That's the privilege. What are you talking about? I'm so far I'm seeing, okay, so we've got autistic people being included, great. We've got people who being themselves and not feeling like they have to hide their insanity, including being a gooner, great. I mean, right now I'm being sold on VTubing. It just seems like, yeah, this is what we're in for. Got it. I love this ring. Yeah, Chibi's speech, who decided to text her and turn she into you. Oh, had to deal with the gooner side of straight end. Oh, and the straight end. No, I don't like that side of it. I mean, I'm happy. I'm fine with it. Like, if anyone wants to make, like, if anyone decides to make, like, straight gooner stuff about me, I don't give a crap. Like, it won't be something I enjoy, but, like, I'm not stopping you. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to be attracted to me no matter your sexuality. It's totally fine. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. You know, as long as you don't make it my problem, of course, you know.
I would literally never stop trying to impregnate Pippa. Every day I would wake her up by in her, and every night I would in her right before going to sleep, which I would do with my dick stuck inside her bunny pussy. I would take some Viagra before bed just to maintain my erection so that she'll be ready in the morning.
That message keeps going, by the way. There is at least 2 more paragraphs of it going into graphic detail about their fantasy to have a loving family and fill their favorite VTuber, to say the least.
Processing that a little bit, It's Rin Penrose 2, Electric Boogaloo. I love Rin Penrose 2. Rin Penrose 2 is almost as cool. No, Rin Penrose 2 is cooler than Rin Penrose 1. But Rin Penrose 1 isn't Rin Penrose 2. So can we really say that Rin Penrose 1 is as amazing as Rin Penrose 2 when Rin Penrose 2 exists? But at the same time, Rin Penrose 2 is not Rin Penrose 1. So can we really say that Rin Penrose 2 is as cool as Rin Penrose 1? God. And they only did put Rin Penrose 1 on the moon. They didn't put Rin Penrose 2 on the moon yet. Untapped Deck, welcome in, thank you for follow. Anyways, maybe, yeah, there are some gooner sides of the fandom that are not healthy, but I proudly say I am the healthy side of gooners. I don't make it a problem for the other people around me. Listen, I try to celebrate and make the people that I am simping for feel celebrated, opposed to uncomfortable. And there is a big difference, trust me. Rin Penrose 2 wasn't on the moon, exactly.
But as I was saying, being a VTuber, or more accurately a VTuber with a large audience with a lot of eyes on them, isn't as easy as it looks. From managing a community that large to trying to make entertaining content for your audience, to even dealing with drama, which are all things their fleshy counterparts also have to deal with. However, where they differ slightly is when you're a VTuber and you're thinking of maybe hanging up your virtual foreskin, you can just do a so-called graduation, which is a...
I don't like this being called a foreskin. No. I'm gonna need to buy some cheeky soap and rub it all over my brain so that I can forget that. It's 20% off until the 25th or 6th or something like that. God! Ad plug save me from sanity. What?
And for when VTubers decide to retire their virtual avatar or persona, and in most cases either rebrand as another VTuber, or in some cases just leave it all behind entirely. And it's incredibly easy to do this as a VTuber, as most never reveal personal information regarding themselves or what they look like. Meaning if they do step away...
Yeah, you have no idea what I look like! One second. You have no idea what I look like at all! And I'm definitely the one on the floor. No, I mean, you have no idea what I look like, but I'm on the one on the floor, just for record, that's Contel VA. You have no idea what I look like, but I'm the one on the floor, you know, that's just, anyways, what are we got doing here? What's going on here? You have no idea! Yeah, you don't know my face lies, no, but yeah.
From content creation, nobody is probably ever going to recognize them, and they can just up and leave and no strings attached. This is a VTuber fan's worst nightmare. Well, obviously, alongside hearing their so-called Oshi actually has a boyfriend, of which they probably do. Wake up. But this leads on to the top.
I, for one, only get happy when I find my Oshi has a partner. If my Oshis, any of them, have partners, and I find that out, or even tangentially, I'm like, cool. Or if I even suspect it, I'm like, good for them, you know? Like, I don't care. I mean, listen, I have a crush. That doesn't mean that they owe me anything. So if they're out there having fun, enjoying life, and have a partner that makes them happy, then I just have reason to celebrate, because fucking someone that I care about and I look up to and I admire is enjoying life and has support. Isn't that awesome? Like, there's been a couple times where, like, VTubers that I, like, look up to and, like, see as one of my many Oshis, have partners, and I'm like, good for them. And, like, sometimes, like, I assume that they do, and then I'm like, oh, wait, they don't. Like, that's happened a couple times, too. But it's like, either way, I'm like, even then, I'm like, good for them. I assume taken till proven single. Probably the reason I can't flirt. Hey, do I count as taken or single? Am I still in that? Wait, do you assume I'm taken, liar? Am I assumed taken? That would make me really happy if you thought that I was that good and I could do that. Congrats, Lee, you have more healthy relationship with your Oshis than I have half the people on Earth. Let's go! I agree, we want people to be happy, especially the I'm fond of. Exactly! Is she single because they can't get a partner? Cough, cough, Lumi, cough, cough, Numi, cough, cough. I want to know you all, but it's time for Diet Coke. What I missed. No worries, that one action. Parasocial people tend to easily get envious. That's true. My flirting is horrible. I just keep something. You're called out multiple times that you're single. It was just my initial assumption. Well, I could be lying. What if this is all a game and I don't cry myself to sleep at night because I'm lonely? What? Like, I mean, you have no idea. I am single, though. If you know any VTubers that are hot and lonely, send them my way.
pick up today's video, as a certain VTuber not only abruptly stopped making
so
content, but recently...
If you know any female VTubers who are lonely, send them my way. They're probably hot. You just don't realize it if you don't realize it.
wiped a lot of their past online activity with no warning or announcement of why they did this. All that was left behind was a cryptic message in a rabbit hole that is still yet to be solved.
Rabbit holes! I love those! Speaking of rabbit holes, have you heard of Cottontail VA? But, sorry. She's a respectful human being, and I respect her. I made a joke based off of that, but I think that she is a well-rounded and awesome human, and I care for her significantly as a person, as much as someone who doesn't know her possibly could. You know, just like, you know, as a parasocial kind of like admiring and care and respect from a distance, you know? Anyways, she's a human being with wants and desires, but also a rabbit hole pun! Let's go!
The last time she streamed was over 6 months ago, and it's led people, especially her fans and people associated with her, to come up with a range of theories, like she was burnt out from making content and graduated, she's rebranding,
This picture of Cha-Cha is hilarious, because it's like, aw, cute Neuro, aw, sick Krelly, evil Cha-Cha, go rawr! Also, looks like she's side-eyeing me. I'm like, yeah, Cha-Cha, you gonna do something evil to me? Oh, Cha-Cha. Oh, goodness, Cha-Cha, what are you gonna do to me, darling? Are you gonna break me? What evil, dastardly plans do you have for me, mother? To clarify, I initially assumed to be taken. Let's go! I seem like I could be taken. Let's go. If you don't know me. Once you know me. Dad, seeing that pic, seeing her post gym pics is wild. Yeah, no, she is strong. She's getting in good shape. She has been in good shape. She is awesome. Filian's closest friend maybe has contacts as Filian is back in the Philippines. Yeah, totally. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cha-Cha wasn't wasn't joking very loudly and very sarcastically. Really? Once you know Lumi, you see he's very single sim. Thank you, sire. Interesting detail. Glitched out before dying, disappearing. Yeah, we know. Everything on her socials got deleted. We know. What's this one say? Rebranding or redoing, having a baby, crashing with Chibi, simply decided to leave a literal normal VTuber hiatus that we're making a nothing burger out of. Pfft, not that one. I call Lumi she who simps. My default that's I love that. A stance is anyone I meet is taken to help prove innocent. Till take it otherwise. We'd love to see a leg thicken up. Exactly.
Dead, she got deported from the country she's in, or even she got pregnant and quit so she could have the baby.
I got her preggers.
This only ever happens in the VTubing community, by the way. Either way, it's got a lot of
also, do you want something to rub all over you? Well, look no further, because I have a brand deal with Cheeky Soap, and you can get 10% off by using code STAR at checkout. This soap, it lathers better than any soap I've ever had, and unlike other fancy soaps, this one holds its shape. It doesn't immediately turn to mush as you're using it. This has the same firmness as a cheap bar soap, but has the same quality, delicious scent, and lovely body feel as a highly artisan soap you would get at the farmer's market. Also, if we sell enough soap, then you're gonna get me my own soap, so I can be right next to Giga and Iron Mouse. So please use code STAR at checkout and get 10% off. Idol industry, which we take a lot of our culture from, but also not. KinkyMations is pregnant. Listen, sometimes, also, women should be allowed to take time off if they're pregnant. Also, Filian does backflips constantly, so I can imagine taking time off from working if she was, pregnant, so that she wouldn't, pop her baby if she misses a flip or, do that by accident. I think especially Filian should be able to take time off if she's pregnant, which I don't think she is. But even more so, any woman should be able to. That's not a thing. The fact that it's, only women, only people in the VTuber industry do that, that's a bad sign of society. That's a good reason that VTubing is good. Women should be able to take time off while they're pregnant if they want to. They shouldn't be forced to, but if they want to, they should, you know? We're talking about she couldn't think that far ahead. True. Very true. Women shouldn't take time off. We should take time up for pregnancy and attempting a pregnancy. Kinky is pregnant. Yeah, KinkyMations is pregnant. We'd want to put that in my mind. Also, yes, they should. Yeah. I gave her the nickname Downbed Lesbian Furries, and I'm happy you allow me to call you that. Of course. It's accurate.
I'm worried and wondering where exactly she went. This VTuber is Filian, and today we're going to be jumping into the rabbit hole head first to see what all the fuss is about, see what people have discovered from the little information they were given, and if they have come anywhere close to answering the question of where she is.
If you don't know me also, I started off in the VTuber community as a VTuber clipper with the Filian Clipper Core. My channel is Filian Clips Forever. I have not posted it forever, which makes the name ironic. I'm glad that you enjoyed as well. I'm glad you enjoyed that as well. Also, as I say, Rene VT on this one. That's not Filian, that's Rene VT. What are you talking about? Anyways. But yeah, no, so I got my start learning VTubing and clipping and social media management from Filian and her editing team, just as reference. So I do know a fair bit. And welcome back, Zoe. Head first into the rabbit hole. Poor Pippa. Head first into the rabbit hole. Oh my god! The rabbit hole! No, I respect Cotton as a person. I respect her fully as a person. She is a human being with wants, desires, dreams, and is a fully fleshed out human being. She is not something that should be reduced to such a thing, but also pun! But no, I honestly, no. Is Filian thing on the moon? Someone check the moon for Filian.
But first, as usual, who is Filian?
So what do you think of men who get cooked?
I think that's really sad.
Teacup, you're right. Her server is called Cotton's Rabbit Hole. I take back everything I said. You know what, Teacup, you're very right. I want to get in Cotton's Rabbit Hole. Oh wait, I'm already in it. Let's go. Let's go! As your lawyer, very good disclaimer. Thank you. Anyways.
They should, can
This
I say
font
that?
looks very 80s.
What?
Or 70s?
Yeah, they should beat their wives.
It's said that Filian started streaming all the way back in early 2021. However, some have claimed she was active way earlier in 2020, but the clips of said streams and videos are no longer available. Now, Filian originally, although being labelled a VTuber, initially didn't even know what a VTuber was. And her whole streaming career only started because she wanted to play on a Minecraft server with her friends, but you had to be a streamer to play on the server, so she decided there and then to start streaming. Her earlier streams were mainly on games like Minecraft and VRChat. Yes,
That's cute.
VRChat.
Wait, that's actually really cute that before the hiatus she was playing Minecraft again after all of that. That's actually really cute. That's actually really cute symmetry. I love that. Aww.
Of all places. These earlier streams were mainly watched by friends that she had met through things like VRChat, with her first stream averaging 7 viewers, which for a first stream is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Whenever Puggy Wuggy, whenever I drop them.
Hey, can someone check me what? Wait, what? What? Okay, can someone else check what my first stream's average was? Because I think it was 10. Can someone check that? I'm curious. Did I beat Filian with my average for my first stream? Can someone check that, please? Castrol, thank you for 35 stream streak. Thank you. I guess at this point, people are making these videos are paid chatters. Listen, the thing is, if you ask me, has Filian paid me before? Paid me for work related to videos? I couldn't say no. Anyways, I'm here. How's it going? Wait. Where's Settler? Wait. Yeah, that's what I'm
That stream is actually
Twitch
pretty
tracker.
good.
Whenever Puggy Wuggy, whenever I drop them through the bomb of the world, they
That's
kill
where
me
it's
half
from.
the time on their way down.
In that first stream, she would decide to add a picture of her VRChat model to the bottom right of the screen. I assume so her viewers had something to look at, but little did she know that one decision would actually lead to a very promising career that would change her life
get out of the way.
going forward, which is a very similar story to the average Warframe experience. Because as soon as you click that play button for the first time, you either come out as a degenerate grinder with thousands of hours, or you come out questioning your masculinity and your identity. There is no in-between. It's very similar to the War Thunder phenomenon.
23? My average was 23 for my first stream, Teacup? Nice! Take that, Filian. I was better than you day one. Haha. Take that, Filian. Haha.
But anyway, Filian simply putting a PNG of her avatar in the corner of the screen was a catalyst for her success. Primarily because it introduced her to the world
Oh, it's 8,
of
my bad.
VTuber.
No! Wait, no, it's one more than Filian. Yeah! Fuck yeah, better than Filian. I'm better than Filian by 1. And you know what? I'm still streaming, so who's the real best now? Meow.
Which is a mistake I also made. Someone would come into her stream and think the PNG image was a VTubing model, and because it was static and not moving, they would tell her her VTubing model is broken. But Filian didn't know what a VTuber was, or what the fuck this guy was talking about.
That's what I did. So I put like a little tiny PNG of the mint model, the low full model right here, and it was a static image. Someone came into my stream and they said, "Hey, Did you know your camera broke? Your little VTube camera broke? And I said, what's a VTuber?
But upon researching it, she decided to become a VTuber, but not a conventional VTuber. Because one, she would simply just take a model from VRChat and pop it into a VTubing software so she could track her face, and technically be considered a VTuber, which would be an apparent problem later down the line. But she would also later use her unconventional means of being a VTuber to her advantage. And it would become one of the main things.
Okay, so I mean, just like honestly, the mint model's my favorite. I honestly think the mint model's peak Filian. I don't like the Rindo model as much as I love mint model. Like, I love this like little X thing. Like, if you actually check my Filian Clips channel, Filian Clips Forever, I used this X in my like my profile picture for that because this is prime Filian to me. I think this is the best Filian for her energy. I think that this model also gets some more energy out of her as well. Also, the short, tiny one, too. There's something about the most prominent VTuber saying, what's a VTuber, unironically? But what is a VTuber? I'm very confused. What's going on here? Am I prominent now? Have I done it?
The VTuber to her advantage, and it would become one of the main things she was known for.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Oh, frick.
What?
Perfect! I got it! I got it! I took 6 laxatives. I'm about to do a backflip. You're watching the Filian channel, and I call this one the brown flip.
Yeah?
LeBron!
No! Stop!
Filian and subsequently her streams became known for their high energy and somewhat impressive acrobatic skills, which most times resulted in her damaging her VR equipment, and she constantly had to keep replacing.
I've seen these clips so many times. That's the thing, is like I've been watching these clips on loop for so long, like reviewing other people's clips in the clipping server, giving editing advice and stuff like that, looking at raw files. I know this. I know so many, like basically all of her popular clips I know by heart. So when I see them, I'm like, oh yes, it's that one again for the 50th time at minimum.
Equipment. Over the next 6 months, Filian would grow her audience to the point where she was now averaging over 100 viewers per stream, and by the end of the same year, she would average 4 times that. However, at the start of the following year, due to a certain event,
she did that in a year? Huh?
4 times that. However, by the end of the same year, she would average 4 times that.
That's so fucking cool. That's so fucking cool. Especially for 4,000 followers, 400, Filian's awesome. I mean, listen, Filian has some problems that I very much agree with. She has some very serious problems, but like, yeah, no. What is a VTuber? Mr. Little Pile of Secrets, but enough talk. Have at you. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, Filian is very talented. She is very talented.
However, at the start of the following year, due to a certain event, she would blow up even more.
I'm about to blow.
And that blow up is once again something to do with VRChat. As Filian was now somewhat well known within the space, she would get invited to another streamer's event, that being Rufflegator, someone very well known within both the streaming and VRChat space. He was hosting an on-stream event where another streamer throughout multiple rounds would go on dates with multiple candidates, with said candidates usually being other streamers or people known within the VRChat space.
Nice.
And round by round, the streamer going on all of these dates would have to eliminate candidates one by one based on how that candidate performed during their date. And I know what you're thinking, but no, these dates aren't taken seriously and they're usually just for entertainment purposes. Rufflegator had already hosted this event multiple times with multiple big streamers, and Filian was invited to participate as a date candidate in the next one, with the subject of this specific stream being the well-known streamer.
But wait, she was at 4,000 average NIKKE! Wait, no. Okay, but before this, Filian was at 4,000 average? No, 400 average. 400 average. Got it. Sorry.
Next one, with the subject of this specific stream being the well-known streamer NIKKE. What? Obviously, this was before recent events happened. The event was streamed in front of thousands of viewers, and this would give Filian a chance to show these thousands of viewers her high energy and usual on-stream antics. And she most definitely didn't disappoint.
She's fantastic. I mean...
So glad you guys like it.
Filian!
Yeah, bless you.
That was my wall.
That's real.
Alright.
Ready?
And back
I'll
and forth we
lead.
go. Alright, all you.
Why aren't you doing anything?
Speak yours to me. Oh
I don't like the sounds.
my god, you're so good at this.
What? I don't like this. I don't like this.
Indeed.
I don't
my
consent.
God. You're like a medium well done steak.
I don't like this.
Perfect.
God no.
Is this like the POV of a paraplegic's dating life or something? However, no
That's
matter how
mean.
much Filian tried,
What?
she was ultimately eliminated in later.
That's mean. What the fuck? Okay. But also, I did not need to hear Filian making those sounds. Who is that? Yeah. Filian and NIKKE. That was... Oh. Oh. Yeah. No. I did not need to hear that ever.
Congratulations, Momo, you are the winner! Filian, get the fuck out of here!
No, Filian!
Well, at least she didn't lose to the
You need
thing
to
that
tell-
looks like
I
it
am an
was
adult. I
created
need to
in the
tell to
Ant
yourself.
Survival Evolved character creator. But even
Huh?
though Filian didn't win, she was still able to show the people watching how entertaining she could be, even if she was only there for one
Who is
stream and
NIKKE?
for a
Wait, Otto, do you not actually know who NIKKE is? Oh god. So I'm not gonna talk about drama, but drama happened. Anyways, there are, like, listen, Google NIKKE and drama, and you'll find what kind of happened recently, trust me. Should I? I mean, maybe? I don't know. Big facecam streamer did garbage stuff to people and women and abusive and, yeah, anyways, moving on. That's all you need to know, really. Yep. I mean, yeah, but he did some bad stuff, and bad stuff happened. Or possibly, like, you know, accused bad stuff happened. There's legal proceedings, so I don't want to be making any definitive statements, you know? Anyways, yes, Bear. Thank you, Bear. You're correct. Big face streamer did stuff. You can Google things if you want. Anyways.
very limited time. Filian would go live 2 days later
there's legal
doing
proceedings?
her
I don't know.
usual content. However, a lot more people were present for said stream, over 1,000 to be specific, primarily because Filian had left such a positive impression on the viewers of that streamed event, so a lot of them would go check out her stream, leading to a huge leap in viewership and support, which would ultimately stunlock Filian and she would get a bit emotional.
Wait, are there really 1,400 people watching right now?
Filian.
Wait,
Filian.
is that real or not?
Yeah.
Whenever.
Oh, Taylor!
This is my favorite clip.
Are you serious?
From this point
I
on,
feel so
Filian
good
would
for-
keep
that's so
growing.
nice.
She would do more collabs with big streamers, and she would integrate more into the VTuber community, becoming well acquainted with those within the space, which led to the creation of popular clips like this.
So what do you think of men who get cooked?
I think that's really sad. They should, can I say that?
What?
I think they should beat their wives.
Oh, no, no!
That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
No!
true. That's pretty true.
No!
That's pretty true. I mean,
No, it's
People
not! No!
absolutely
What?
love
No!
Filian's character and her
I've seen that clip so many times, but I still have the same reaction because it's still like, fuck. No! Man, I miss her. I hope she's back soon. I do too, Joker. I really do too.
on-stream behavior.
Ooh! Oh god!
By the end of 2023,
Yeah.
she was averaging well over 5,000 viewers
She's
per
so cool.
stream, and
Talented.
clips of her were being shared everywhere.
I remember this stream.
However, even though things were looking good, she would run into a major problem. Now, Filian had never really had an official VTuber debut. A VTuber debut is probably the most important part of being a VTuber. It's mainly used to announce the start of their VTubing career or a significant change to their already existing content, like a new model or lore drop. And despite being assigned the title of VTuber, Filian had never debuted or really changed much about her model. It was still a random avatar taken from VR chat and put into a VTubing software, and that's the way it stayed since she started streaming. And some would argue by the time she was already well known within the VTubing space, it was already too late for her to debut with a new model, because most people recognized her not only down to her on-stream antics, but also that specific model she used. That's how a lot of people knew it was Filian, so it would be hard for her to just change the model without it affecting things like her brand. So she just didn't. She continued using that same model for a number of years. She even made things such as plushies and merch based on that avatar. But there was a bit of a problem with her using said model, and the problem becomes increasingly apparent when you go back to 2021 and look at how she obtained her recognizable model and the things she did to make her start as a VTuber.
I didn't know what a VTuber was, but it gave me an idea. What if I took my VR chat model and I started face tracking with it? So what I did was, I went and ripped the model from VR chat illegally. I uploaded it into some software that I downloaded off the internet, which is the same software I'm still using today. Because I saw this girl DM video. She recommended this software called Luppet. I said, okay, that'll work.
So Filian had ripped a model directly from VR chat without the creator's permission and based her whole brand off it, which is very bad and short-sighted, especially when considering things like the terms and conditions of said model, and if she was actually allowed to use it commercially for things like streaming or use its likeness for merch. And that's not mentioning the problem if she didn't pay for the avatar and just stole it. With all of that said, if she
Also, fun fact, it's led to a whole bunch of accounts on fan sites just using the Rindo model to do spicy things, you know, like make chalupas, you know, spicy things on fan sites. And it's always just like, this is Filian's one. It's just like, wow, yeah, no, just when there's a free-to-use model, it tends to happen a lot, you know? Yep, textbook case of what not to do. That's why I designed my own model from the ground up, and I drew my first model myself.
Even unknowingly break the avatar creator's TOS in any way, it could be grounds for litigation and she could be sued because she used their property commercially without their permission. And it's kind of ironic in hindsight because the very tutorial she mentions following to become a VTuber advised her about this very thing.
10 to 15 hours of videos. That's what I did before I got started on anything. But the other thing is, make sure you have full permission to use your avatar. Don't take anything from licensed work. Don't have any licensed.
From this one decision she made early on in her streaming career, you can probably guess what happened next. In July of 2024, the creator of the VR chat model would eventually learn who Filian was and what she was doing, specifically using the model they created to things like merch without even notifying them.
I think what caught them mostly was Filian was going to be in a racing game, like a kart racing game like Mario Kart, with her avatar, and then that caught their eye. They're like, wait a second, what the fuck? Why are they using my model for that? That was the line. It's like when she was going to be in a video game. Yeah, your first model was made by you? I am stupid. Yeah, and it's fine. She didn't have the attention span. She probably HDMI kicked in.
Would eventually make a public statement saying that Filian had no permission to do any of the things she was doing, and that going forward, they have requested things like the merch she was releasing to be suspended, expressing they didn't even want any royalties or benefits. They just wanted to protect the copyright of the character they made. In the following days, a lot of people would pick up on the story, and Filian began to get a lot of shit thrown her way because of it, but Filian never really addressed the controversy. She just streamed through it, which was actually a good move because she wasn't fueling the controversy directly, and a lot of people moved on from it as time went on.
And
but behind the scenes, she was already contacting and working things out with the creator, which would eventually conclude in 2025 when they made another statement, which was them basically saying everything was sorted out and Filian had satisfied their requests. But
everyone ignores that statement, for the record. Like, listen, I have a lot of problems with Filian and how she handles things. Everyone ignores this statement. It's okay, they figured it out, but people are like, nah, no, it's still horrible. It's still going poorly. The creator hates her. It's like, no, they figured it out. They figured it out, guys. Just take a moment to think about it. Everyone ignores the statement. They were like, oh yeah, the creator came out against her, and then that's where they stopped following the story. Then they came and be like, okay, yeah, we're cool now. And then everyone was just like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Typically bad news travels faster than good. Exactly. Anyways, like, I'm not the biggest Filian defender in the world, but also, like, we probably should, you know, like give her dues when they exist, you know? In fact, she is probably rebranding.
Basically saying everything was sorted out and Filian had satisfied their requests. But yes, people still criticized Filian for what she did. Some of said critiques are still present to this day, but by the end of it, she made things right with the creator. Something ideally she should have done initially, but better late than never.
100%.
Going past this, she wouldn't have any more significant controversies, and she would still continue to grow, averaging 6,000 viewers per stream.
That's
she
Twitter antics,
with
so
her
true,
usual antics. She collaborated with multiple big creators. She even hosted a VTuber award show.
Show me cotton. Show me cotton. Show me cotton.
Career was going very well.
There's no cotton. You said big creators and you didn't show cotton. Lumi mad. Lumi sad. Shout out Cottontail because she also collabed with Filian frequently, and that made me happy.
Which is something since this career originated from her putting a stag PNG in the corner of her screen. But Filian's career in very late 2025 would take an unexpected turn because she would suddenly just disappear.
Bye! Filian hasn't streamed since last year. Well, the reason why is because we're actually in a court case right now. When she got caught jacking off to my character, to my stream, I actually did have to take that to court, and the kids are involved. And
so on the 7th of December 2025,
I remember that. No, I remember that. Filian did do that. She told Chibi to keep her mouth open because she wanted to finish. It happened. I just did. I think Cotton was on that stream too. Go follow Cottontail. The real one that you should be following, not Filian.
Would stream as usual.
I'm joking.
It was quite
Filian's
a long
awesome.
stream spanning multiple days where she would only end when she finished Minecraft Hardcore, accompanied by other creators like Vedal, Krelly, and Vedal's AI, Neuro. But upon eventually finishing the game, that's when things started getting quite odd. There was weird sounds in the background and her stream was starting to glitch, and then suddenly the stream cut to a pre-recorded video.
Oh, frick.
I didn't think it would be this. It's happening.
Oh, this is Abel's clip. You can tell by the font. Abel did this one.
Go for a little while.
You'll be able to see the world.
You can tell it's Filian because of the thing.
The stream would then abruptly end, and Filian wouldn't go live the next day, but then days turned into weeks, and then months, and it's to the point now where she hasn't streamed for the last 6 months, which left both her fanbase and the wider VTuber community to question where exactly
you
she
hadn't
went.
there? Oh my gosh.
And people came up with a number of theories.
Yeah.
Some thought it was another situation with her avatar's career, and maybe there was more compliance issues there, but the creator of the avatar hadn't made a statement like they did before, and there was no indication that there was any issues with her model. Another theory was that she was dealing with personal issues and things happening in her life, with the most mentioned being the theory she was pregnant and having a child. Once again, there is no evidence for this, it's more of a joke than anything, but if we just lobotomize ourselves real quick and assume it is true, well, yeah, she would have to take a break. Can you imagine her trying to do her usual acrobatics whilst pregnant, and she suddenly loses her footing and then falls and... I only said that because I wanted an excuse.
Wait, what the fuck? Hey, I made that joke earlier. Fuck, I beat you to it. I won. I win. I'm better than you. But you're right, Otto. You're probably right. You're probably right.
I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that theory is impossible because you're assuming anyone associated with the VTuber community is a sex haver, which is just wishful thinking to say the least. But yeah, there were a range.
My Kamiyoshi has sex. I don't though. I don't though. But Kamiyoshi is a many sex haver, and I'm proud of her for sex having, okay? Don't say that about my Kamiyoshi or my friends. My friends also have the sex. I don't. Because I'm lonely. But you know what? Shout out Sweet Frequency. She is also a sex haver. Proud of her for having sex.
The theory circulating from this was her simply just taking a break because she was burnt out from streaming, to in the worst case, this is her full quitting streaming. I think even one person who was friends with Filian made a joke that she got deported, which made a few people angry, and they promptly threw their shit at them. But fans would turn their attention to people associated with Filian looking to get answers. But many were also in the dark.
You know, Iron Mouse How? I don't know if they ever interacted, Iron Mouse and Filian.
And the people that were actually in the know or in contact with Filian wouldn't divulge much information.
I can't say anything. There is nothing to comment. There is nothing to say. Of course, Filian's okay. She's fine. She's fine, guys.
Really?
Her fans' concerns got even worse recently when, for some reason, Filian's accounts on multiple platforms were completely wiped, which included her YouTube channel with millions of views where every video was just gone. Most of her
Filian's editor, Suika, frequently has like a promo for himself. He's like, I'm Suika. I've got millions of views on my edits, like millions upon millions, like billions even. Like I think billion. I don't know, whatever. And now he has nothing to show for it. So Suika's just this little no-name baby with no portfolio whatsoever. I mean, I don't know about that one, Suika.
Presence on the internet was basically wiped with no word from Filian at all, and most didn't know where she was or if she would ever return.
Good question. It's a good question.
Just not yet, anyway. Because when Filian left, she didn't just up and stop streaming without leaving something behind. Some eagle-eyed fans of Filian on the day she left would notice something weird about her last moments on stream. Because in the last moments of it, where it glitches for the final time, there is a set of characters. And these characters were associated with the end text of a YouTube link. And if you popped that into your search bar, you get a YouTube channel with multiple videos. This was an ARG, a game her viewers had to—
I already know about this. I've heard about this. Don't worry. That's what I'm just like feigning shock. I've been trying to help them with the ARG, but I'm not good at it, so I'm not doing much here. I'm trying to help, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like just on the side there, just reading what they did. I'm like, oh, I have no idea what to do. I'm gonna keep thinking though. Maybe I'll think of something.
The player to find out the truth of what happened to her, and perhaps if they solved it, Filian would return. And I will say this about Filian's fans, they are either the next Einsteins or more likely, knowing her fanbase, extremely unemployed or probably neurodivergent in some way, because they went to work on trying to solve this ARG. A giant Google document was created, this time not to expose anyone but to archive their findings, and it's honestly impressive what they managed to do. They found clues on the videos present on this newfound channel, they fully dissected each live stream with some that were multiple hours long, looking as deep as performing audio forensics on each live stream to find hidden messages. And most times it turned out they were looking way too far into things than they actually had to. They managed to find clues and hidden messages like "I thought I had more time," "keep looking," and "Filian is lost." Eventually a link to a Discord server was discovered, which then led to a Minecraft server, and on the server they began finding weird structures and messages, of which they then decoded and found a link to a website called blackfileindex.org, which required specific prompts and phrases to proceed, and once they got past that, they were greeted with a desktop with multiple icons, and they eventually found more messages alluding to what happened to Filian and lore surrounding her. But there was still more to be found. They hadn't completed the ARG just yet, and they still hadn't found the answer to what really happened to Filian. But all of that changed with the next thing they found quite recently. They shut the website down.
Wait, what? They did?
The YouTube channel also went poof.
Wait, what?
The Discord channel—
oh, I didn't know that! I actually have not been paying attention! I didn't know that, actually!
Dedicated to the ARG was also shut down, supposedly because people were being dicks to the mods. And that's where the ARG is to this day. They are stuck and can't proceed because one of the essential components is no longer available. I would say maybe this is a part of the ARG, but it doesn't really look like it. I mean, it is entirely possible people were being so toxic and began harassing both mods and people associated with Filian to get answers to where she is, so they just shut it down to significantly reduce that. Well, that or maybe the ARG was left uncompleted for way too long, so they just got rid of it all and Filian is going to return soon anyway. But there hasn't been a clear answer to what she's doing as of yet. If you want my opinion, this is most definitely a re-debut or rebrand. Do you really think she would go to these lengths just to quit or allude to her getting deported or something? No, she's probably going to debut with a new model any day now. And
I had no idea that they deleted the ARG like that. Like, I'm so frustrated about that because I was wanting them to solve that. I thought that was going to be super cool. I'm actually a little bit frustrated about that. that. I need to check in on the ARG. I've not been paying attention in a little bit, so I should go and check on what's going on there later, honestly.
Whole thing with the ARG and wiping of accounts was probably implemented to build anticipation for the debut, because as I said before, if she just debuted with a new completely different model out of nowhere, it would probably confuse a lot of people that are used to
it was solved on the sub around the time. It could be live though. Oh, but also, can we get a shout out for Tippy Hendrix? Why did they make you a mod? I'm not surprised. I'm not angry about that, but I am. Can we get a shout out for the Tippy Hendrix? How you doing, darling? How you doing, darling? Okay, maybe it was solved. I should check the Google Docky. and see what's going on here. One of the few eggs to ruin something for everyone? Yeah, but how you doing, Tippy? How you doing, darling? You get nothing if you're mean to people. Exactly.
That she's been using for years, and it might
follow my
possibly
friend Tippy.
damage
She's
her
awesome.
brand in some way, which
also
may be
crazy
the
and
reason
fun.
why she hasn't changed the model for over 4 years. But by generating anticipation around it and basically...
I'm doing really good, Tippy. I was told that there's something at the end of this video that I need to watch for, apparently, and I was just gonna go for that. But like, I'm doing well. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying life. I'm still reeling from that stream of pregnant Sonic that you put me through. But you know what? I went to therapy yesterday, so I'm doing better after that. Oh, goodness. But yeah, no, honestly, I finished your react. Sorry, Tippy.
Having the whole VTubing community's eyes on her disappearance. So when she does eventually come back, a lot of people are going to be there waiting for her new model, meaning it's going to be an easier transition from the model she's known for and used for years and probably still doesn't have full control over the copyright for, to a completely new model that is vastly different and probably will change the face of her brand. And if this was her plan, she has definitely achieved her goal. Most of the VTubing community is already anticipating her eventual return. But I'm 99.99% sure this is what is happening here. And in the very impossible situation where I'm wrong and this isn't a re-debut with a new model that she...
Wait, Filian's rebranding into me? Oh, wait, that explains a lot. Wait, is that why I have such back pain from doing flips all the time and I didn't realize it? Is that why I'm on fire? Oh my god, we've heard it here first. I am Filian, haha. Oh god, no.
Changes her brand. I don't know, I'll hang from a ceiling fan by my testicles. That's how confident I am. And you have to take into account she has alluded to this new model months before she stopped streaming, and people associated with her have recently talked about it.
It's not gonna be a normal debut. It's gonna be probably the first time and well, it's definitely the first time, but maybe the last time anyone has ever done something like this, so it'll be a little bit different.
Payful Inferno.
Instead of just debuting, I've been preparing to show you guys my world.
Some people have theorized it's because she lost rights. Who's that? There's a weirdo on screen, chat. There's a weirdo on screen. Why is there a weirdo on my screen?
To show you
Why do we have a
guys
weirdo on my screen? What's going
world.
on? Some people have theorized it's because she lost rights to her model, and who's that? She's been struggling and needing to clear everything off the internet to try and survive. But I can assure you that's not true. We know for sure things are fine with you. That can't be Lumi, because Lumi always talks about women putting their boobs on her face. This doesn't seem like Lumi. Internet to try and survive. But I can assure you that's not true. We know for sure things are fine with the original model's creator, and she has been working on a new model for a while. I don't know when that's coming out, but that's all good.
Yeah, it's definitely a debut, and any day now it's
Why am I the proof? Why am I the proof? How am I the proof? I'm the proof now? I'm the proof? I am the proof. I am the proof that she is re-debuting, because I said so. Word is law. I said to start with, I have no fucking idea what's going on. What the... I said specifically, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I think it might be a debut. I have no information. I don't have any definitive information. I have my assumptions. So if he gets hanged by his nuts, it's your fault. Apparently. I also think it's a debut. See, Tippy agrees. But now I want it to not be. No solid proof, though. Exactly. The fact that I'm being used as the proof is kind of hilarious to me, because I'm just like, wait, what's his proof? Me? Wait, what? Huh? Lumi confirms that Luvi is spearheading. God, I want to be spread apart by a beautiful woman. What? Hi. That's all good.
Yeah, it's definitely a debut, and any day
you
now
tell I was
it's
tired
gonna
of that
drop.
video.
I just don't know why some people are getting so impatient to the point where they are losing their shit and attacking other people. And that probably played
Oh, hey, did you all see Cha-Cha retweet that one thing? People were saying we should all be boycotting Cha-Cha until Filian comes back. She has the power to bring her back, so we should all be making sure to boycott Cha-Cha until she forces her daughter to come back to streaming. Why would the queen just quit while still being at the top? Of course she's coming back. Exactly. If Lumi says so, it must be true. I'm very dateable. I win. I'm sorry, they want to do what? Yeah, they want to boycott Cha-Cha until she brings back Filian, because she definitely has that power. Yeah, 100%, right? Yeah.
And in the ARG ending so abruptly, it was supposed to be a fun side quest, not taking that.
But you know, then Cha-Cha retweeted and it's like, yeah, we really should boycott her. That got like hundreds of thousands of views. It was really funny.
Seriously? But yep, that's just something I wanted to talk about today. Your favorite acrobatic white-haired gremlin will be back soon. I'm most definitely correcting my conclusion. If not, I'll be able to use my testicles like nunchucks in the future. But I'm now going to get my daily anal fisting on deadlock. And yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
What the fuck? If you're watching this on YouTube, remember that my word is law and anything I say is fact and canon. And that man has testicles that are like that already because he does that every night. Every night he does hang himself by his testicles. It happens every single night. Just saying. So word is law. We figured out.
Agent JFM cheered X 250. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is this crazy lesbian I found on the internet.
Thank you. But yeah, come and do the things. Bye.